What's up, YouTube? This is Cdog back with another Transformers review. This is a quick review on the Authentics 7-inch Grimlock and 4-inch Starscream. They actually kind of scale together in a sense, but not with Optimus. Anyways, so check them out in the packaging real quick. There we got Grimlock in the Evergreen design. Shows Grimlock. You can see schematics of Optimus. You got Megatron over there. You got Bumblebee right here. You got some Matrix. Optimus's face. Panning down. Grimlock. And then you got the product image. Dinobot Grimlock. Ages 6 and up. And the back of the packaging shows it transforms in 7 steps. You get a couple product images. It says Legendary Dinobot Leader. Here's Starscream's Evergreen design. And panning down, got a little product image, shows it's ages 6 and up, Decepticon Starscream by Hasbro. And then on the back, this one is actually black and white, 6 steps, Scheming Decepticon Air Commander. So without further ado, let's get right into the review. Alright, so this is what you get out of the packaging. You get this with Grimlock, it's his backpack, and you also get this. So what you want to do first is you want to have it like this. So we snap this on there like this. It's just friction tab. And since I don't have much elbow room, I didn't really want to do this on, yeah, I was afraid of that. Because I heard these come off pretty easily. So yay for me. But because I don't have much elbow room, I didn't really want to do it on camera, but since there's not much to go with this, I figured I'd do it anyway. So that's the first step. Next, you want to take that, turn Grimlock around, and pull this out, and then we want to snap that on there like this. So, let me get a better grip. Just like that. Okay, and then here's a couple pegs, and you can see the holes there. There's 2 pegs, 2 holes, and those supposedly peg into place. So there you go for Grimlock. That's the basic steps of Grimlock to start. Moving him out of the way, Starscream, he's got a couple weapons, but you can take them off like that. They're just pegged in. But Starscream's really cool. He looks really good. I think he definitely came out quite alright. He does come with instructions, so if you have trouble figuring it out, but you got red painted chest, as well as the orange cockpit, and you got the Decepticon symbol painted on as well. We have Decepticon symbol molded and painted up there, as well as his red stripes. And then he's in this nice, it's kind of like this nice gray plastic. It's hard. Reminds me a little bit of a battalion, cyber battalion, but yeah, I mean, he's posable, so you get the articulation out there. You also can have this hinge if that helps you. You can kind of get in front of your arms a little bit. He's got that ball joint on the shoulder, so you can get him to kind of do one of these. You can swivel on that joint, plus it'll swivel like this. You can go back and forth is what I meant, like this, plus swivel front to back. You also get the ball jointed elbow like I was showing you before, so you can swivel that way. This will swivel on that peg. You get a head swivel, and you can get some movement out of it, but it's mainly because it's on this post to push down for transformation. You do have painted helmet. It's black paint. It's got like a gray painted face with red eyes painted on. And he's got some blue paint on his feet. That's what he looks like in the back, so you do have the hollow stuff. But it looks better than, in my opinion, it looks better than the leader class Starscream. You have a screw there. It's one of the ones you can't really get to, I don't think. Oh, no, I guess it is a screw, but it's got like a 3-prong. But nice red paint. It looks very vibrant and everything. More articulation. You can kick him up, kick him back. So you got the good splits that way. You can split this way. It'll swivel a little bit on that joint, but you have no thigh swivel, but you do have a ball jointed knee, so it will swivel like a thigh swivel. So you do have some articulation here. And all in all, he's pretty cool. For posing and everything, get him in good poses, no problem. Get him to look cool and whatnot. Let's get him there standing here for Decepticons. You got to work with him a little bit, but he does stand, as you can see there. So, very cool. Yeah. Screen grab. And for transformation on Starscream, I guess we can do a measurement really quickly here. So, he's 4 inches exactly in robot mode. Alright, so to transform him, first you want to do is you want to push in his head, just like that. Then you take the cockpit, flip it up just like that. Next, you want to straighten these out, rotate these around like this. Or you can always, I believe, no, yeah, you can only do that. Alright, so rotate these around like that, and then drop them down. These hinges right here. Okay? Next, you want to just, there's a kind of, not a really pegging system, but it's kind of like a slotting system. But the key is to take these pegs right there and peg them into the back of these square pegs right here. So what you do is you pull this out on a double hinge. You pull it up, especially the first time, because you don't want it popping off. And then you pull it back. I thought I had this swiveled around. Yeah, like that. And then you just peg those in, just like that. Simple, simple stuff. And then you slot these together, like that. And there's Starscream in jet mode. So, not too bad. You also can take these off, if you want, and peg them into the wings. And this is probably the more correct way. But if you wanted like a perfect transformation, that's the way you would do it. But for non-perfect transformation, to make it look a little more classy, you got that idea. And you can always turn his head around too before you pop it down, so you won't see it. And then let's put them back together. So there you go. And that's what he looks like in jet mode. Not too bad. A lot of people don't like it, but it reminds me of the Pretender Starscream I have. And we'll get to that review eventually. I've only gone through way less than 10% of my toys on video here. So we've got a lot to go. Plus I've been getting more. But all in all, pretty cool. It's solid. See? You throw it around, it's not going to fall apart or anything. And it's easy to transform, so it's fun. You know, you just unpeg those. Unpeg this. Flip this up on that double hinge. Pull this down. Well, make sure his head's straight first. Pull that down, then pull his head up. And make sure it makes a click, popping noise. Rotating his shoulders up and taking his null rays. And there's also a peg slot right there and a peg right there. So, and there you go. That's Starscream. So now for Grimlock. We'll get him all situated here. And there you go for Starscream. Pretty cool toy, nonetheless. I dig it. I dig it. It was about $6. Alright, so, yeah, my phone rang. Anyways. Alright, so we're going to move Starscream in the back. We're going to check out Grimlock. So he's pretty cool. Let's get him, get the lights on him good, looking good and everything. Focus in here. Yeah, so we have a black painted head with red painted visor. You got full gold paint on the chest as well as down here. You got some silver paint apps and more silver paint apps on top of red paint. So you definitely got the G1 paint apps down. And we also have the gold on the back of his arms and blue accents on his legs. And then we have black plastic and this gray plastic, which doesn't have as much swirls as the old days, which is good. For articulation, you have a swivel on the head. Nicely done. And then we have a little bit of movement here back and forth. You can always go full around. You get a ball jointed elbow, so you can swivel and rotate up 90 degrees. You get the forward, back, and then we also have a knee, which actually is tighter than I was expecting, because in my Cyber Battalion Grimlock, which is actually a really cool figure, the knee is really loose. So, but for posing and everything, you can get them in poses. I only got him in one quick pose. As you can see, the ball joints pop on and off, no problem. But he doesn't come with any weapons or anything, just those things right there. But he stands no problem, as you can see right there. It's really easy to get him to stand. Well, I think he could have used... He should have had these up on here, because that's why I like him. I wish his hands came out here, and because that's how it's supposed to be. But anyways, no big deal. For transformation, well, we'll take a quick look at up close. There's what his head sculpt looks like up close. You got some vents here, different kind of details than normal. It's got some teeth. Autobot symbol. Not bad. Got some molding details. Nice hard details on the chest and softer details on the arms. So, yeah. And all tight joints. For transformation, I guess you want to start by rotating these around 180. So you get the leg, feet kind of. And then you just rotate these down like that. Unpeg that right here. There's a peg right there. And then swivel this up. And then this, you're going to want to go up like this. So you kind of have it back at first. Then rotate it all the way up. Then connect it like that. And then pop that port into that slot right there. Like that. And then to finish it off, we just want to... So what this is it's like a hook. And there's a little slot. So you just want to put that little hook in that slot. And well, you want them to stay. It doesn't really tab in quite right, but... And then you just kind of bring it down. Like so. And there you got Grimlock in Dino mode. And he has less paint apps in Dino mode, and they didn't give him an opening mouth, which is a bummer, because that right there, he does have articulation in the arm here, just a swivel front to back, no ball joint or anything. And get this ball joint shoulder and knees just like as you would with the elbows. And then he's got the gold here, but for the most part, and the blue on the tail, and the red eyes. But good size comparison with Starscream. So, and then to transform him back, well, I guess we can check out him really quickly. We'll do a little bit of a up-close thing there. So that's what his face looks like up close. Got some venting going on here. See what I mean? It's softer details on the gray sculpts. You get some horns kind of going on there. Looking at the ridges and venting going on. Get some details there. Got the big hole on the side of his legs. Got some pistons and gears and whatnot. Some molding details there. And he's solid. Once again, he's a solid figure. He stays together. I mean, that's pretty good. I like it. And then transform it back. I want to start by the legs. Flip them back out. Unsnap. And then unsnap this. Put it back. Put these back at first. Open this. Start to open it. Like this. And then what you do is you pull it back on that hinge slightly. Well, that's why I was saying you'd put it back on that hinge. But the hinges, oh, it was pegged in again. I forgot you peg it in again. You have the pegs up there, and then using the same pegs, you peg it in down here for in Dino mode. So you want to unpeg that, and that's why it fell off, because I was trying to pull at it with it there. I was trying to show you how to do it without doing that, but yeah. So you really just want to open it and then pull it down. Just basically the opposite of what I did to start it. And then this goes back like that. And there you go. And then you just rotate these around so you got the fists in the front. And he does have 3mm ports for his hands, as well as Starscream. And now let's do a comparison with the other Authentics figure I have, and some others. And there's what he looks like with Optimus Prime next to him. This is the Authentics 7-inch version. So as you can see, Prime is taller, and we'll just go and see how much taller. So Grimlock is 6.5 inches, and Prime is 7 inches. So, yeah. And there's what Starscream looks like next to Prime. So, a big difference. But you can always get the 4-inch version of this, but it just doesn't have the elbows and not the black paint like the IDW design does. There's what he looks like up against the Deluxe. And here's what Grimlock looks like up against the Deluxe. Alright, so this is going to wrap up my review. Make sure to check out my Cyber Battalions playlist for more Authentics and Cyber Battalion Transformer reviews. Check out my Power of the Primes playlist for reviews like Abominus back there that I just did, I believe, yesterday. And many other reviews. Check out my Movie the Best playlist for figures like these. Movie the Best Hound, Movie the Best Nemesis Prime or Optimus Prime in Last Night colors. We also have the Last Night Movie the Best Megatron and every other Movie the Best figure. Checking out a close-up of Starscream's face. Well, anyways. Alright, so leave a like if you liked the video, subscribe for more toy reviews. As always, stay awesome, stay subbed, and stay tuned for the next video. Peace, it's a wrap, guys. I'm out.